It's me, a beautiful sausage, like the cool cat just said. Oh man, I don't think anybody ever called me a beautiful sausage, but whatever. Let's do it like that. Let's call it like that. From nowadays, you can call me a beautiful sausage. Anyhow, I got you today. You might be wondering where I got you today. Fuck, I have such a mess on my desk. Incredible. My wife is out. My kids are out. In general, I'm home alone with my doggo. You can see part of the doggo over there on the bed. And 3 days ago, I got the package. I had no idea. I was waiting for something completely different because I was waiting for the new lens, and instead I got this. Instead, I got this. I have not ordered this. This is sent by the AtomRC themselves. This is from the bottom of their heart, I think, because they think I'm such a cool guy and I will make a review of that thing. Well, yeah, of course I will, because why not? And this is called the AtomRC Penguin. It's a teeny tiny, well, not really teeny tiny, because how big is this? Like 60, 70 centimeters, most probably wingspan. Twin motor, because now you see motor 1, motor 2. FPV airplane, and I thought that, well, maybe we can just have a stream when I will be building that. I started actually playing with this thing a little. For example, because I installed the latches for the wings. The wings are easily detachable, but not really. And I think I damaged the wing. Okay, it will be fine. I damaged the wing a little. They are easily detachable, but not as easily detachable as, for example, they were detachable in case of the swordfish. It's kind of like you have to do stuff to detach them. So maybe not really the best idea ever. Also, you have to put the. Oh, maybe I should switch to the top camera. You also have to put the servo wire through the fuselage to have everything in place. But still, if you remove the wings, this thing is really tiny. By the way, I got almost ready to fly version, basically plug and fly, because there was no receiver. We will also install the ExpressLRS receiver on this thing. And that's basically all. Almost everything was in place, almost everything was added. The problem is that, well, they used the plugs. And they used the plugs everywhere, and I have a problem because I don't think I will be able to plug everything with those plugs. So I'm not sure if we will have to do the depinning or what gonna happen over there. So that's okay, not eyes. Okay, I have to add some because this thing is white. I'm not sure how I'm gonna overcome this problem, but well, we will see. We are all adults here. This is not the first airplane we are ever building, so I would prefer not to depin this thing because I have no time for depinning. And like as you can see, it's doable to detach the wings, but it's not really that simple as I wished. Still, not the hardest procedure ever. So let's just put the wings somewhere else, and let's look at the thing over here. The flight controller is the standard AtomRC F405 Navi. And unfortunately, they added all the pins to it. I wonder if there is even one serial port that we would be able to use to connect to the... You know what? Let's begin with something simple. Let's connect to the INAV configurator and let's see what's really installed over there and how the mixer is set up. Because right now it looks kind of strange. Besides that, how's your life? What's happening with your life? Anything good? Anything bad? Everything fancy, schmancy? Whatever. In my life, I'm building a house. Fuck, this is complicated stuff. Okay, so we have a mixer set up, I think. Yeah. I think motors are fine. And I see that the elevator, because this is a single elevator in the back, is also fine, so it should be fine. And but the LEDs are not connected, so the LEDs we will have to connect over here, and then we will know what's gonna happen. Okay, but this is not. Huh? What the hell? Okay, because those are not programmable. This thing has legs over here in the back, but they are not programmable after all. So this is the situation. We still will have to find the way to connect to the Express LRS receiver. Because like I said, I don't want to depin this thing. It will be bloody complicated. A challenge. Anybody has any idea how to approach this problem? Because this thing really looks like a bloody challenge right now. Okay, let me in this case remove the flight controller from this thing, because I think we will just have to do it, because there is not a single chance I can work with this thing like that. I was kind of hoping that it will be a slightly simpler procedure. And this is why, in general, I don't like when the flight controllers are coming with the pins. The one who builds should decide if to install pins or not. I'm, for example, never installing pins, usually never, almost never installing pins. Well, if this is the detachable wing, then yeah, sure, okay. But in this case, I could understand the pins on the servo rail. Okay, this is fine, I get it, makes kind of sense. But at the other hand, okay, so we have a plug over here, so maybe we will be able to use this thing for the air unit. But on the other hand, I doubt I'm gonna have such a long wire, because the air unit will go in the front. This will be like 30 centimeters almost. So another problem. A challenge, I'm sorry. I should be more optimistic in life. So it's a challenge, not a problem. Okay, I think we have no actually choice, and we have to depin this flight controller. Too bad. I honestly don't like the pinning process. It's always such a pain in the ass. By the way, tomorrow we are streaming. Tomorrow there will be a regular stream in the Saturday, excuse me, at 7 p.m. like always. And tomorrow I will be showing you something pretty awesome. I cannot tell you yet what it will be, because then the surprise would be gone. But what I can show you, okay, yeah, a lot of people were waiting for this thing, and the best part is that it's not me who's doing that, so it's even better. So okay, the situation is like that. We will have to depin a rail, and we will have to, or maybe even two rails, two serial ports. The question is, which serial ports should we depin? We have serial port 1, serial port 2, and serial port 3. Let's begin with the maybe we will even depin everything. I hate depinning. And if you did enough of the depinning, you will hate depinning as well. Exactly, I will have to depin two serial ports, one for the Vista, because this will be a digital FPV. And the second could be for the Express LRS. I'm putting the teeny tiny with the integrated antenna. I don't really expect flying this thing very far, so that should be that. I should have a cool knife over here. In the last week I'm home alone. I have such a mess everywhere because I hate cleaning up, and it was also kind of busy week for me. So that's that. Anyhow, a few useful tips when you are depinning something. Try to remove this plastic part. It simplifies the process later. Only be careful not to scratch the PCB too much. It's also sometimes a good idea to cut this plastic in half. This also usually helps because then, yeah, now we should be talking. So when this is done. Hey, it's Bluga from Czechoslovakia. Sorry, Czechia, not Czechoslovakia. But for Poles, sometimes we still kind of think about that you have not split it into Czechia and Slovakia. Sometimes, not always, only sometimes. So that's that. Okay. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing what? Depinning the flight controller? Because I hate pins and I don't want to attach the pins, especially that I don't have the connectors to put on the wires, so I just have to depin this bloody thing so I can solder to the serial port. You see, after removing the plastic, everything is much nicer. Takes a lot of time. I hate doing that. But just from time to time you have to. I know this is a constant discussion. Should we have pins on the flight controllers, or should we not have pins on the flight controllers? There are places when the pins make sense, like for example sometimes on the servo rail and you have detachable wings. Okay, I get it, but on this for the serial port, nah, not really. It's just so much nicer when there are no pins soldered. If you want to, you can always solder yourself some and be happy with that. So okay, first line removed. Okay. I just realized something. If I remember correctly, only this one, the plug for the DJI, has, oh bloody hell, only this part has the 9 volts. And if only this one has 9 volts, I cannot power the DJI from here. I will have to power it from here, and that means that either I will have to solder those small pads, and I will have to use the plug after all. Wait. Let's hope this cable will be long enough. And let's hope this cable has the proper plug. LTO, this, oh yes. I don't have to solder. No, I still have to solder Express LRS, but it's kind of simplifying everything. So maybe it will not be that bad. I'm from Poland. I'm not from Argentina, if you are, of course, asking me. Never been in Argentina. However, I have a couple of friends from Argentina, and And even at one point of my life, I was learning Spanish. So, ¿Dónde estás la biblioteca? Okay, and you see, we can nicely pretend I'm speaking Spanish. Of course, I'm not, but this is a completely different story. Okay, and the pinning process continues. Like I said, tomorrow something big. Well, not really big as maybe some of you hope, but still, I will announce that there is a pretty good chance that INAV 7 will get an amazing feature. Really like the feature that so many people wanted. I have no idea why, because it's not a very popular topic. But the guy that last year fixed the horizon drift on the INAV is on the rampage again, and this time he's fixing something completely different. And I saw some videos. I will also show you the same videos. And man, this is nice. This is nice. He really knows what he is doing. That's that. Okay. I didn't even think I destroyed anything this time, so we are going forward with the depinning. A question. Okay, that was not the question, sorry. The question. Anybody has access, at least has a link to good thin silicon cables? Because my stash of the silicon cables is almost depleted. I'm almost out of the cables. So I will have to order something. So if anybody has a link anywhere, preferably in Europe, China is okay, United States most probably not. Could you please send me a link, because I have to get me some cables, and the shop I was using previously is no more. D2F says that Avifly has good one. Okay, I will have to check Avifly. I even have an account in Avifly. I bought a few things from there, so we will check that. I look up like a pirate. Okay, half of the depinning of the flight controller done. So if anyone from the AtomRC is listening, please stop putting pins on your flight controllers. By the way, I will have next week a pretty interesting product for you to review. Not really review, maybe like do introduction of the product. Something new is coming. Looks kind of cool. Let's hope it will also behave kind of cool. You might be interested, because it's like a nice mashup of best of both worlds. I cannot, of course, tell you which worlds of the mashup, because I promise that I will not share absolutely any details of what it is or how it's different or better than anything else. But yeah, 2nd of August, around 4 or 5 p.m. Central European time. I'm pretty sure that a lot of YouTubers at that time will publish the videos, because I know that most probably quite a lot of people got the product. But I think it will be kind of interesting, kind of useful. On the other hand, any news from the FPV or RC? Something new happened in the last few weeks? I was kind of off due to reasons. I was not really following everything. And maybe there is something that's my attention. Maybe you should remind me of something. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So if you have any gossip, I even accept gossip. However, in case of men, please do remember that men do not gossip. We do not gossip. Men share mission critical information. It's not the same. However, men do not gossip. We share mission critical information. By the water cooler, for example. Something fishy about the spin. Have you ever thought how awesome it would be if men had really 3 hands? What kind of crazy thing we would be able to do with 3 hands, not only 2? Because like for example, how much simpler the process of the pinning of the flight controller would be. Now, constantly fighting and having problems everywhere with 3 hands, absolutely not a problem. 4, that would be even better. Hold something tightly with 2 hands, use second, third hand to hold the soldering iron 4. Okay, I know what's going on. I'm right now desoldering the ground. And because this is ground, it just has much more capability to heat sink. And that means that the solder is solder does not want to weld. Bloody hell. Why have I even... Come on. A challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a challenge. I'm stuck with the pinning of this bloody thing. One more time, maybe from this side. I think I will have to cover everything with solder and then just clean nicely everything up, because I'm pretty sure this is the heat transfer problem. Yeah, slightly more solder to improve the heat transfer, and voila, the pin got depinned. Of course, we will have to clean this up afterwards and remove all the excess solder, and that should be actually easily doable. What the fuck? To chuja wafla, if you speak Polish. Kirkirov asks if I can share my thoughts about the peaks for firmware. Flies great. Complicated, and by complicated I do mean complicated. You really have to have a PhD from the whole Pixel family to
be able to do anything useful with that. I know, yes, it's the but nah, the thing is, I do all of that for fun, and for me, fun should be simple. And unfortunately, the whole Pilot is not really that simple, and that's unfortunately a huge problem from my perspective. So that's my thought. Not saying no, but I prefer the simpler solutions than the Pixel, the whole Pixel. But yeah, no, I know that PX4 is not really Pixel, but it's not really that far from the Pixel itself. Maybe now. Maybe now I will be able to remove this bloody pin. What? This is not funny. At this moment, this is absolutely not fucking funny. Something is completely fucked up, but I managed to remove the bloody pin. I had to hit it from the top side, not from the bottom side. But I wonder what kind of the solder they used. I'm pretty sure this is unleaded, but I really honestly don't remember the last time any soldering joint gave me so much of the problem that like this one did. Not okay. At least we are moving forward. Time to remove the last series of the pins, and then let's hope we will be able to proceed. Interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Okay, last pins. PX4 is not Pilot strictly. PX4 was like, it was evolution of it was fork at one point. There was like years ago the whole like maybe I messed something up, but I think I don't. I think that N years ago they kind of forked. There were questions. Then they kind of like joined again. There was something going on, but I was never really like that much following what's happening on the Hawk, X-Hawk, PX4 and the pilot parts of the thing. Or they rewritten this maybe? I honestly don't remember. What really happened over there. Oh, now, example why you should be very careful when soldering, because I made a beautiful short between two pins over here, because we are having so much problems with that crap over here. Haven't I destroyed the SD card slot? I think I have destroyed the SD card slot. Yeah. At least I think I damaged the SD card slot. Fuck. Not a good sign. when you do something and you realize that, whoopsie daisy, I think I fucked something up. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, maybe I didn't. But we will have to check after I finish the pinning of this bloody contraption. Maybe there is something wrong with my soldering iron. But no, it's fine. They must have used the leadless solder. Of course, they used the leadless solder. That unfortunately means that any operation of this, especially on the ground pins, will be... So we will have to remove the old solder and why have I decided to desolder this thing, depin this thing? Why, Pavel, you should have not done it. You should have found a few connectors or just add the connectors. But no! You decided you have to do it your way, right? Always. Bloody hell. Why do you always have to do it to yourself, Pavel? You mother... I'm swearing too much. Remember, boys and girls, the pinning is always a nightmare. Especially when you start working with the ground pins. Half an hour. Half an hour and I'm still not done. This is not normal. Two last pins. Hi, Sergey FPV. Nice to see you around. If you missed what's happening, I hate the pinning flight controller, and unfortunately I had to depin a flight controller. I think I may have destroyed SD card slot. Joy. Joy, oh joy. Yes, you will be able to rewatch. The stream will remain public. I know that some YouTubers are taking the stream right after they are done, but I'm not one of them. So the stream will be public, at least for a few months, because I'm cleaning up old streams. But this is happening only after a few months passed, and that's absolutely not a problem to watch it later if you want. I'm getting more and more frustrated. Thank you. I will need luck, or rather, the flight controller will need luck, because if it will not work, I will just connect a different one. It's not that this is the only flight controller I have, although it would be nice to be just able to, you know, to finish the build with all the parts I got for it. On the other hand, I have some nice H7s, wing flight controllers. I got a few prototypes some time ago from Holybro, and they are just waiting for being used anywhere. I don't know what to do with them actually. So if this one will be killed, then we know what we're gonna put. Ow! Ow! The last one. The last pin. It's the bloody last pin. Bloody last pin. I did. Now, the only remaining part is between the soldering, and we will be able to proceed with that crap. Actually, start doing something useful. Okay. Okay. And okay. There should be no shortcuts. Everything looks fine, I suppose. Everything looks good over here as well. Too bad it took me that long to do something so simple. But okay, not always you can have everything, right? Okay. Okay, with this thing done, we can start doing something useful. Let's begin with the Express LRS. Like I mentioned, this thing will be flying with the Express LRS because I'm migrating to Express LRS for the last half a year. Still without much success, to be honest. Still half of my fleet is actually flying on the Immersion RC Ghost. Because I never really had enough time to migrate everything. But besides that, this one definitely will start as the Express LRS bird. So, okay, Express LRS will in that case go to the serial port 2. That looks like a decent idea. So let's just solder R2. R. I should get new glasses. I can barely see with those. Okay, maybe not barely, that's too much, but I absolutely had better vision. Okay, ground connected. Now it's time for the +5. No shortcut. Shortcut. Okay, that does it. Now we have to decide on the two last lines and actually on the distance, because this thing will be sitting over here like this. Motors will go here. This thing will go here like this. So that much of the cables I still have, like 20 centimeters of a useful cable. And that means means I can connect now the yellow one, and the yellow will be RX. I will forget it, but whatever. Then we will put the cable through the place in the fuselage, and only then we will rack you for sure, but I don't think that's... Yep, and the green one for the TX. So that does it. Fantastic. Fantastic, outstanding. Biobongo. Let's put the flight controller back in place. And let's solder in the Express LRS receiver. This part should go smoother because, well, it's just an Express LRS receiver. There's nothing really super fancy with that. Everybody is doing that all the time. We should be able to do it. Okay. Now the GPS, because of course the GPS is on the plug. The GPS is not soldered, but it's plugged. Okay. USB over here. Okay, this one not yet. And let's install the Express LRS receiver and let's see if everything will work just fine with the Express LRS receiver. Okie dokie. Finally some progress. Like I said, I'm using this teeny tiny RP2. Okay, so we can see more. This thing is white, so you know. So I'm using this teeny tiny RP2, and because I'm using this teeny tiny RP2, I just hope that I will not have to install the antenna outside. This thing should be good for the kilometers. Yes, the proper dipole antenna is of course better, yada yada yada, but let's be honest, with such a small model you usually do not fly, nobody knows how far. It's just for having some fun while being close to yourself. So the antenna, the integrated antenna should be just fine. Okay, so one more time, the yellow cable, I forgot of course, the yellow cable is the RX, yellow goes to the TX. This is how the serial port works. And very soon we will be able to run the smoke test and see if the radio receiver is operational and we have everything running. Okay, so that does it. Let's power the flight controller. I wonder if this will... Problem. I think I smoked the flight controller. I think I smoked it. I think I smoked the flight controller. I don't think it's working anymore. Ta-da, ta-da. Oh man! Let's give it one more try. Yeah. I smoked the flight controller. At least because it's no longer powering from the USB. While the pinning, I had to apply too much heat to something. and as the result, either there is a short circuit somewhere. One more try. This maybe it's just me. Yeah, no. So that does it. I smoked the flight controller. The fuck? Okay. But the flight controller is not working. So it's a sign that I smoked the flight controller. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, it's no LEDs are working. I must have made a short circuit somewhere. And well, this is what you get sometimes. Let's maybe... Let's do some basic tests. First of all, let's check if there's a continuity between the 5-volt rail and the ground rail. No, there is no continuity between two rails. So it's not that I made a shortcut somewhere, but top camera is not working. I wonder why. Have I destroyed something extra? No, it's back. So I have no idea what happened over there. It's still not powering up. Okay. I think what we will have to do now is just we will have to power the flight controller. What does it mean? Why this thing is blinking? Why? Okay, now. Okay. So now, let's connect and let's observe. Nope. Yeah, shortcut. There is somewhere shortcut on the power line. I wonder where, because the PSU I have over there absolutely went into the limit of the 500 milliamps. We can check test again with the limit of the 1 amp. Yeah, immediately. So I think I made, I think I overheated one of those elements over here when I was playing with them. So that's unfortunately a problem. We won't be able to fix that. because I don't even see where I might have made a shortcut. Oh well. And it was such a beautiful airplane. But of course I had to decide I want to depin it. Fuck. Yeah. Definitely a bad sign. So what do we do now? What do we do now? Yeah, smoke stopper not helping. I made a test with the PSU, and those are not the cables that I connected over here. I checked for the continuity on the 5-volt rail. It's okay. We can do one more thing. We can remove this one. We can remove this one. We can remove this one, and we can remove this one. So now I have this thing removed. There's a bridge between two grounds. We can get rid of that, of course. Okay, so that does it. And yeah. I could try to take the microscope and we could try to look at the electronics under the microscope. I doubt it will help us too much, but who knows. Okay, one more time. 500 milliamps limit on the PSU. Yeah, immediately shorting out. So that's it. Let's remove this thing. Immediately shortened out. Okay. I'm one flight controller less. Shit happens. It happens. Not the first flight controller I smoked. Not the last flight controller I smoked. Let me find a box which contains a lot of different flight controllers and try to find a replacement for this thing, because I do want to still fly this thing next week. As you can see, boys and girls, everyone can smoke a flight controller. Even an expert. Okay, let's open the box and let's try to find the flight controller we're gonna put over there as the replacement. Not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. SpeedyBee F405 Wing. Okay, an option. An option. This is not a flight controller. Do I have any more wing flight controllers over here? I have Mamba F722 wing. I don't know. Mamba F7, but okay. Okay, I don't have any wing flight controllers over here, but that doesn't mean I have no other flight controllers. Wait.
the box. I already showed you my collection, so that's not really. I have Holybroca QT 87 prototypes, by the way. Those are not the final production versions. This is a prototype. Okay. Let's put it as the potential candidate. And I have the Matek. Which Matek this is? I think this is the WMN. Yes, this is woman. Matek woman. We are not going into its pile of garbage at all. So, like you might time to make a decision. Matek, Mamba, Holybro, SpeedyBee. Which one? How do you think? Which one should I put in the Penguin after all? After I unfortunately smoked the original flight controller. SpeedyBee F405 Wing, Matek NWN, Mamba F722 Wing, or the Holybroca QT 87. I have my candidate. SpeedyBee? SpeedyBee? The smallest is the Matek of them all. Matek is F405. Matek is F405, so we'll have enough of the serial ports for everything. This is not a problem. And because the Matek will have 1, 2, 4, 6 serial ports. So Matek has enough of the serial ports. And it's Matek, you know, the premium quality. On the downside of the Matek, it has the downside, I think. The downside of the Matek is that in the airplane, okay, load mixer. No, S1, S2, we can power this thing, no problem. So ESC plus, battery plus. It's kind of smallish after all, so you know. Okay. Or we can go with the Acuity. In the Acuity, I will have a lot of the soldering because of the cables. I don't have the plugs over here, and those are only prototype versions. So you know. Maybe the SpeedyBee. Maybe the SpeedyBee is the answer to this question. SpeedyBee. So SpeedyBee or not SpeedyBee? How do you think? Yeah, it's kind of chunky, but it will fit. It will fit, no problem. There is, you see, not really any difference, at least practical difference in case of the SpeedyBee. And the fact that it has the SpeedyBee is kind of on the plus side. So no need to open the hatch to check anything. And maybe even I will be able to connect no, I will not be able to connect this thing, not able to connect, some depinning will be required, or wait, even the GPS seems to be working. Okay. Interesting. Seems to be. Maybe I will not have to depin this thing as well. So SpeedyBee? SpeedyBee?
Yeah, I will check the. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. And but I will have to install pins on the servo rail and on the motor rail, but this is relatively simple. So SpeedyBee, let me make a poll, because apparently so SpeedyBee. Because I think it will be SpeedyBee. Too bad. I really wish I have not smoked that. But 100% my fault. I fucked up on the depinning process. So if there's anyone to blame on the result, it's absolutely me. I think I overheated this element over here. I think this is what I did. So, but yeah, well, you have to live with the consequences of your actions, and because you have to live with the consequences of your actions, we can only say thank you very much for sending me this flight controller and this airplane, AtomRC. Unfortunately, I messed up, and it's now no longer working. Then shall we continue? I think we should continue, because well, I have time. I have, to be honest, nothing better to do right now. So we can just continue with the process of building this contraption. The thing with the SpeedyBee is there's so much parts over here. Parts everywhere. Parts for everything. And one more time. I do not want to have anything else besides the servo rail soldered. So we're gonna have ground. Then we're gonna have voltage plus. And then we're gonna have signal. Okay, let's do the soldering then. Soldering is much simpler than the soldering. I'm not sure if you noticed. I don't think I ever smoked the flight controller while soldering. The soldering iron has to heat up, and we can take some time, try to remove the bottom of the flight controller. I think we will have to use aggressive measures. I think I was too aggressive. Oh, bloody hell. I was absolutely too aggressive. Yeah. But sometimes it just happens. So that's that. Okay. We'll have to install this thing then later. And in the meantime, let's start soldering. It should be fine. Okay. Oh, wow. I mean, it's hot. Okay, so this is the beginning of the servo rail. Everything looks okay. That means we can just keep soldering until everything is in place. Blue tack goes a long way, my friend. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is what you get when you mess up. Not only this the stream started me being super irritated having unsoldered those pins. Now I have to solder them on a different flight controller because I completely messed up everything. But this is what you get. This is what you get when you start doing things that most probably you should not be doing. But we all learn something extremely useful today. Flight controllers do like to burn, or rather do like to not to be operational because someone messed up something by the numbers. This time it's on me. I messed up. But you only do not mess up if you do not do anything actually. So that does it. And now it's fine. I will be quiet now because I don't want to mess this thing. Because I don't want to destroy a second flight controller in the day, especially that some people think I'm, I know what I'm doing. Usually I do know what I'm doing, but apparently sometimes I do not really know what I'm doing. And that unfortunately leads to the problems like we were able to observe today. And I wanted to be super cool and show you how to depin a flight controller. And we ended up with the situation where I struggled to depin a flight controller. It took me extremely long time to do so. And in the process, I destroyed the flight controller because I messed something up and just released a magic smoke. So your superstar messed up. And this time we will do a continuity check. This time we will absolutely do the continuity check before we will connect any kind of the power to the flight controller. Okay, that blob is too big. We have to make it smaller. Okay, we are almost here. Now, the visual inspection. Visual inspection result. Okay. Not perfect, but okay. It will be fine. Now it's time for the continuity check. Because we don't want to have any... But wait, have I soldered this correctly? Ground is on the outside. Yeah, so I soldered this thing correctly after all. Okay. No continuity. That's good. No continuity. That's good. Looks good. At least in theory. Time to assemble the flight controller. Because we won't be doing... because we won't be doing any soldering on this element, but we will be doing a soldering on this element. So that's that. Now we will have to take the one that I smoked, take the all the electronics and the cables from it, because we will have to solder the XT30 and XT60 because the motors can be disconnected when required, which actually is a good thing, I think. I could use the bigger soldering tip. This one is slightly too small for the job. Let's see if we will be able to manage that. Yeah, we were able to manage that, which is good. We don't care if soldering job at the moment or not, because at the moment nobody really cares. It's just that electronics. Yep. Yep. This thing. This thing. This thing. This thing. And finally, this thing. Lovely. When this is done, then let's solder the input and the output. How the input looks like? Where's the input? Where's the output? Battery plus, battery minus. Okay. Let's take a look one more time at this information. So here we connect the battery plus, and here we connect the battery ASC plus. Okay. Okay, if this is the case, then this is the case. This is how we're gonna do this. Here. Fuck hot. Battery plus. ESC plus. ESC plus. This one will go here. Okay. This one will go here. Fantastic. And this one will go here. There is a challenge now on how am I going to connect the capacitor. I think I will have to just solder this thing like that after the shunt resistor. Yeah, it will be fine. I can solder this thing after the shunt resistor. It won't be really a problem. Minus. So this one will go here. This one will go here. Yeah. And this one will go here, and that should cover the problem of the power section. We still do have to add the capacitor, because it's always a good idea to have the capacitor. But this thing will just go quickly here, like this. And this will go quickly over here. Lovely. Wonderful. Paweł, you have not messed this thing up yet. So wonderful. Because this is so wonderful, now we can assemble the flight controller. I wanted to sell the SpeedyBee, but apparently I'm not selling the SpeedyBee. Because I will be using the SpeedyBee. But you know how it is. Or not. I have no idea, Primos, if any shop is selling Penguin. I don't think yet. This is a super new thing, so most probably the retailers in Europe had not chance yet to get their hands on the Penguin. I said it at the beginning of the stream. I got mine from the AtomRC directly. They kind of forgot even to tell me that they are sending me this. They also sent me some additional stuff, but there will be a separate probably stream or video on the topic of the additional stuff. I know that a few YouTubers already have the Penguin. I saw that Lee, the Painless 360, had the Penguin. RC Shim, I think, is waiting for the Penguin, so that's that. But I cannot really tell you if any retailers have it already. My wild guess is that not yet. Maybe soon, but not yet. Okay. So that does it. I know. Okay, fuck. I completely forgot. No, I have not forgot. Okay. So no, my bad. It's 475 SDA. Where can I connect the DJI to the SpeedyBee? Where can I connect the DJI Air unit to the SpeedyBee? Anybody knows? Because I don't. But anyhow, we still have to decide how this thing will go into the Dolphin. Because we have a few options. We can install this like that or like that.
Fuck. The cable for the rear servo is too short. So maybe the SpeedyBee was not the best option. I don't want to extend it. I don't like extending crap. Maybe. Let's run a simulation. Let's run a simulation if I will be after all able to... Nope. Nope. Something is too short. I will have to extend the rear servo after all. Is there a chance I have somewhere the extender, or... Yes, I don't want to cut it and solder this thing. Bloody hell. Wait. Let's hope I have a servo extender. Probably not. But maybe. I'm usually not using servo extenders. No. Nope. Now here I have... Oh, maybe there is servo extender over here. No, it's not a servo extender. We can just do this. Okay. Okay. I get it. No servo extender. Servo extenders. And you guessed it. No servo extenders. Do you know what what it means? We have to extend the servo. I don't want to do it. Like really, I don't want to do it. This is already going into this area of this is the package project.
And I don't like those fucked up projects because, like with every fucked up project, it gets fucked up and. But okay, let's just extend this fucking servo. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's not complain too much. Let's just do the job. I know, but I never got a crimper for those connectors yet. I was thinking about this thing for a few times, but every single time, yeah, but it's pricey. And then like, why do I have to make my own servo extender when I'm not like really using this kind of crap at all? Because I usually live without them perfectly, no problem, and I'm soldering usually. So you know, it was just complicated, and I never really like went this final step towards doing this by the book. Right now, I'm building so little that I think I can survive without the crimper for those connectors. Because after all, I use it like once, not very often. So that's that. But yeah, can be quite irritating. Let's just make this cable slightly longer and let's forget about it. Let's do it like that. Let's just forget about this. It's a wonderful evening. I have a nice audience. I'm building a nice airplane. No more complaining. Only positive thoughts. Only positive thoughts. Positive thought number one, look how wonderful this thing disintegrated. You can convert anything into a positive thought if you only try hard enough. That's for sure. But at least we will be able to tell stories on how FPV University smoked the flight controller. Only don't tell Barbel that I smoked the flight controller, because my colleagues will be laughing at me. Well, they won't, but you know where I'm going with that. But at least we're gonna put a proper heat shrink on the cables. Let's at least this element, let's do this element by the book. Depends which book we are talking about, but you can't have everything. Maybe I should buy those crimpers. Yes. Probably some power tools will be more useful, because I have to brag again. We almost have the foundation for our house now finished. Almost. It's like almost. Now we have to start thinking about type of the doors we want to have and windows. Okay. This thing done. Now I can always make the video private. And you cannot stop me from doing that. It's one click. And it doesn't exist. Unless somebody recorded. Did anyone record it? Yeah. Anyhow. By the way, this is a cool tool. This is a tool I actually recommend having. This wire stripper. It's hard to find cheap and good because all the cheap ones are actually usually crap. But if you find a decent one, then this is really a nice tool indeed. All my life I was using my teeth to remove the insulation from the cable, but most probably this was not the most efficient way of doing that with the wires. Very interesting. It's so much more convenient. So, anybody recorded the section when I smoked the flight controller? I can always make a separate video of Pavel smokes the flight controller and everything explodes around. By the way, I want to make an experiment. That was not the experiment, sorry. How do I sound right now? Is there any improvement, or is this right now worse than before? Be honest. Be honest. Don't be afraid to say, Pavel, you sound stupid right now, because I'm experimenting. So, how's the sound right now? I think it's slightly clipping, but maybe not that much as you might expect, or one might expect. But how does it sound now? Better? Okay. I was not expecting that, to hear better, because I was actually... Seems about the same? No, really? No, it cannot be the same, because this is a dynamic microphone. This is a dynamic one. And now I'm talking to the condenser, which is over here. So we are talking about completely two different things. And condenser mics are completely different mics than the dynamic mics. But you say it's better. Okay. I will not complain. I will only lower slightly the gain on the compressor, makeup gain on the compressor. Okay, so we can continue like that. I don't have a microphone in front of my face. So, okay. I'm actually surprised that you say that now it sounds better. Well, the huge advantage of me using the condenser shotgun mic is that I don't have the arm in front of me. So that's definitely... By the way, in the upcoming videos, you will be able to observe me using such a thing like that and pretending I'm a Mr. Reporter guy. I will be doing like that. Oh, this is not short TV. So that's that. But not today. Absolutely not today yet. But okay, if you say that the audio is acceptable, then let's stick with the shotgun condenser microphone, because it gives me slightly more of the freedom if I don't have to have, you know, the dynamic microphone in front of my face. Okay, if you say so. If you say so, but okay. I'm in the correct one. And I'm almost done with extending the servo connector. Okay, not perfect, but should be. It will be fine. What's the worst thing that can happen?
I can smoke the servo. And then I will have to replace the servo. Oh, well. I don't wanna, so let's hope that this time I will not have to replace anything else besides that. So this one goes here, this one goes here, this one goes here. Let me fire the torch. Let's shrink the heat shrink. Okay. That part is done. I have successfully extended the servo. Now I have to successfully install what I, by accident, before removed from the flight controller. But this also means that we should be fine in terms of the S1 hot glue. Let me power up the hot glue and let's glue everything in place. I know that probably I should have. I will just twist it at the end. This should also work just fine. It will be fine. Worst case scenario, it will explode. Oh, it won't. Like I said, it will be fine. Now the cable is long enough so it can be connected somewhere here. Fantastic. Fantastic. Only positive thoughts from now on. Tape. Let's have some tape. Let's take the flight controller to the place where it should be. And everything will be fantastic. Pre-ammo, VHB, the best tape, double-sided tape you can get. Like I'm using basically only this stuff to basically almost anything. If you want two things to be connected together, then M3 VHB and you are golden. You do not need anything else. Then, okay, I think we can do the smoke test on the flight controller. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's do the smoke test. Let's see if this thing will. Okay, it powered up. It's beeping. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. I still have not destroyed anything yet. Now I have to think how to connect the two things to this thing. First, I have to figure out where to put the Express LRS. I think I will have to solder the Express LRS, unless not. Unless there is a wire somewhere in here. A mess. Unless we will be able to figure out an alternative plan. Will we? Because then I can just unsolder this thing, put this thing on the plug, because I have plenty of wires together with the set, and then
Okay. Okay. Too many wires. But still, I have a wire. And where to connect the air unit? There is no dedicated plug for the air unit, or is there? LED, 9 volt. No, here goes the air unit. Here goes the air unit, and I think that the long wire I have is just perfect for the job. I hope. Yes. Yes. Wonderful. No, this is really wonderful. I like it. I like it. Still have to figure out where to connect the GPS. Because with the GPS, we might have a teeny tiny problem. Yeah. We have a problem with the GPS because the wire to the GPS. Okay. But we might just use a different GPS. It's always a possibility. So this will go over here. The XRX. Okay. No, I still have a problem because I still cannot find a good place. This should go to the GPS then. I still don't know where to connect the Express LRS. Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. Nah, I will have to solder the Express LRS after all, because there is not a good place to just plug it in. So this will have to be soldered after all. Too bad, because I wanted not to solder. But this is strange. This is strange. This is very strange. Why have I went with the SpeedyBee? I should have go with Matek. Probably if I would go with Matek, I would already be done. Or not. Hard to tell. Aye. So this one over here, this one over here. The length is fine. So okay. Nah. Doesn't fit. That's the problem with those connectors. Everything at once. GPS. Where to connect this blood GPS? I think I will just have to solder the GPS over here. But it's stupid Maybe there is a longer cable like that, so I will be able to There's a cable for everything, only none of the cables is the cable I need. Who thought it's a good idea? Alternatively, we can try swapping pins. This is alternatively what we can do. Because then I wanna die. Okay. Let me put this thing in place, and then let's think about other solutions to this problem. Just one step forward. I know, but if I have so many plugs, then maybe I can just use the plugs. But if all the plugs are wrong plugs, then I cannot use the plugs, and this is kind of slightly, let's be honest, suboptimal. I honestly expected that I will be able. Fuck, what's going on over here? Aye. Fuck. Now I'm interested in the solution that is all or nothing, that either I solder everything or I solder nothing. But I see that this also won't work because of the reasons. Those fucking LEDs are able to use LEDs are also too short slide. But okay. The problem of the this is this, okay. Okay, we are getting somewhere. This is the cable that will go to the Vista. Okay, so we don't. This goes over here, and then we can just move it there and just forget this cable even exists. Okay. It will just go over here like this and will nicely be attached in the front of the air. Okay. That does it. Quality of the foam looks fine. It's the same foam as I think everything that they are doing. So on this aspect, everything looks actually good. Okay, it's fine. There's nothing I can say bad about the thing at the moment. Will this be true in like few days? Could be. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe yes, maybe not. We will absolutely see. But so far, it's okay. So far, it's okay. Connect the XT30 plugs, so I don't have to worry about those anymore. And I still have not figured out how to connect the GPS. Like I said, I don't want, but I think I will have to just solder. I think that's the only viable option at the moment. I don't want to have this discussion even. This is like, so that means that I will have to solder this thing over here. We will just forget that this thing. Okay. 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 I get it. I get it. I wanted. I failed. Exactly. Maybe not. No. Okay. Question. GPS on the USB power or not? How do you think? Should I connect the GPS on the USB power? I think I should connect the USB on the USB power. That's usually helpful. But then the wire is too close. Fuck. I am, yeah, kinda it has, yeah. Helps in the way that, well, it doesn't really help in the way. Okay, fuck it. I'm fucking tired. I don't want to. Alternatively, I can change the pins. Alternatively, I can do something else. Alternatively, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I will not worry about this at the moment. I will worry about this later. For now, I will just get the, not this cable, not this cable, not this cable, not this cable, this cable. I will take this cable and I will plug this cable over here. Because this cable will give me 4.5 volts as well as the SCL SDA, which I don't need, but I will be able to move it here and solder the Express LRS receiver to it. But that also means I should get rid of at least 2 of the cables from this plug, because it doesn't make any sense having them over there. I will remove the SCL and SDA. Exactly. I will remove this one and I will remove this one. They are gone. Take care. we will move this thing over here. This thing over here. Okay. Here we will one more time depin it. Actually, not depin it, but remove this part of the. Okay. And now I will solder the Express LRS receiver to the cable. If it will be fine, then I will finish for today, because I'm fucking tired. Bad day. Today, in terms of the FPV, we had an absolutely bad day. At least I had absolutely bad day. Yes. I made a fool of myself. I smoked the flight controller. Things are not really progressing as well as I hoped they will be progressing. So that yes, it actually kind of sucks. At least, let's hope it will be flying amazingly. Let's hope so, because I know if not, I will be pissed off. On the other hand, it's not that I had to spend too much money on this. Well, actually, I spent only the electricity. Because quite honestly, I got the model for free. But still. So yellow one is the RX, so it goes to TX. Okay, and the white one goes here. Okay. So that means that the Express LRS should be now operational. I had the heat shrink for the receiver. Oczywiście, kurwa, musiałem spierdolić. I'm sorry I'm swearing in Polish, but I'm just swearing in Polish, okay? Okay. Because of course I messed up again. Okay. Everything is great, everything fantastic. I don't want to hear a single bad word about anything, guys. Because like I said, everything is great, everything is fantastic, there are no problems. It's just wonderful. Let's connect this crap up and let's see if it's ready. But I have to put the top plate on the SpeedyBee. So, but we learned that the decision to go with the SpeedyBee most probably was not the best decision ever. It's not that the best, it's the best flight controller, but it's not the best flight controller, but it's just not really suited for the kind of the accessories I have already pre-installed over here. Because I never wanted to like mess too much with this thing. Now I have to live with the consequences. Okay, let's connect the flight controller and let's see what will happen. Okay, things are happening. We have a link. We have a link. we have to set up the mixer as twin motor. Okay, we have to stabilist pitch. Okay, there is no stabilist yaw. There is no. Okay. I deleted too much. Stabilist pitch, stabilist roll, and servo 3 stabilist roll. Save and reboot. Let's connect the. No, first, let's check if the Express LRS receiver is working like expected. So on this one, not this one, like this, on the serial RX, save and reboot. Seems to be not like that. Serial 3, save and reboot. Now it's good. Now it's fine. So receiver, serial crossfire. Yeah, it's working. It's working. It's alive. It's alive. Good. Outputs. Servo output enabled. ESC standard 50 Hz. Blah 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 blah. Yada yada yada. No problemos. And we. Okay. Okay. Save and reboot. I still don't know why the motors are not running. I know why the motors are not running, because we are. Okay. Will we be able to spin the motors? Motors are alive. Multi-shot? D-shot? D-shot. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No smoke detected. Left motor running. Right motor is not running. Okay. Why the right motor is not running in that case? What's wrong with the right motor? And also with the rear servo. Ay. Problems, challenges, solutions. Yeah. Okay, motor 1, motor 2. Interesting. Okay, servo motor 2. Maybe I have connected something wrong. Yeah, I think I have connected something wrong. Because yeah, I connected left motor as the S button. Okay, now okay, I have angle mode enabled, I think, somewhere. Yeah. We have to get rid of the angle mode. No. We do not do. Oh, wow.
Okay, now we can test the motors. Left motor running, right one also running, but they are running to the out. Okay. Okay. Running. Huge fucking success. That's that. Huge success. It only took us 2 hours, 15 minutes. And I still have no idea how to connect the GPS. But it's running, which is amazing. You off. Game. Receiver. Okay. Let's plug the receiver. We do not want to talk about the receiver anymore. This part is done. Now I do want to know how should I connect the GPS. Cut and solder or not cut and solder? Because if I will replace the GPS with something else, we might have an alternative solution to this problem. So you stay here. I get the box. This time it's the box full of GPS receivers. And not only GPRs. Because we can, for example, put a huge Baitian over here, which is, by the way, very good receiver. Or we can put this, not this one, not this one, not. We can just put this Baitian, to be honest. But, okay, mark this as a damaged one. No, this is a damaged one. This is also, no, I have 2 damaged Baitians. So, no, none of those after all. Okay, no. Okay, fuck it. Fuck it, screw it. Soldering, that is. I'm not playing those stupid games anymore. I'm not playing the stupid games anymore. So we're gonna have no Baitian. Because with the Baitian we could Baitian. We will just do it with Baitian. I prefer those Baitians over many other things. I only have to find a correct plug that will give me the access to the correct serial port. Yes. Wonderful. Now, there is still a question if this plug will come through. No, it won't. So we will, after all, have to
let's say, improve it a little. Because after being connected like that, I will have to get rid of the... of what, actually? 4. Okay, so I will have to get rid of those 2 wires. But after I will get rid of those 2 wires, blue and green, I should be able to cut it, Discord user interface, you say? It's absolutely not the best user interface ever. I have to agree, especially on the administration side. Like, one of the things I'm kind of doing quite often with my Discord account is I'm looking for certain users at Discord. Oh, it should be so simple, right? Find a user on Discord. You just get to the list of the users, you type search, and you have the list. No, that would be too simple. You have to know that first you have to go to the server administration, then you have to go to the correct place again. Then it only gives you the list of the users on the server. On the other hand, if you just want to send someone a message, you cannot just find and send like a message. No, you have to search. You have to use add a friend request. Like, fuck. Who thought it's a good idea? Who thought it's a good idea? Not me, for sure. At least we are moving forward with the GPS. And if I will be able to get the GPS, the only thing that will be left is then the VTX, which should go smoothly. So this is here. Okay. Then ground goes here. Wonderful. Then white is TX, so it goes to RX. White is the X? Yes, white is the X, so it goes to RX. And finally, yellow is the RX, so it goes to TX. Smoke test. Let's smoke test the GPS. And let's see if this time everything works. Okay. LED is beeping. You cannot see it, but it doesn't matter. Okay, barrow detected. Wonderful. We love the barrow. And I connected the GPS to port 4. So GPS, save and reboot. GPS, U-Blocks, Galileo, save and reboot. Da, 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 da. Okay, okay. What's up with the GPS? Okay. GPS running. There's no one better, there's no one greater. Like, yeah. Anyhow, it's time for the most interesting part of our endeavor today. I mean, setting up the VTX on this thing, the Vista. I have a Vista. I had to destroy one different quad to get the Vista. But that's the reality. So we're gonna quickly connect the Vista to everything, run a short test if everything is still operational, and but it should be fine. What I like actually about the Penguin is that they kinda made it almost super universal digital FPV mount. I will tell you why I say it's almost universal in just a second. Because it's almost universal. You can easily put in this thing whatever you want, as long it's not the full size air unit. Then it won't fit. I wanted to fit the full size air unit, but I won't be able because there's not enough space. But in the second, I will only work for a second on the wires, and then I'm explaining to you why it's almost a very good setup. I don't know why there are two yellows on this cable. I'm in the solution mode now. Yeah. So that's that. GPS still no fix, but this is expected. Probably this GPS module was not working for like half a year, or maybe a year, or maybe even longer. So that's almost always problematic. Let me tell you why almost anything actually fits this thing. What you see over here, this is the analog nose. You install the camera over here, you have the analog setup, you install the VTX somewhere there, everything is fantastic. But they also have the digital nose, and the digital nose is plastic. It's molded actually, it's not 3D printed, and this thing comes with the, where do I have it from? Comes with the additional plastic that you can slide into the rails in the nose. The plastic, you can attach the antenna holder for this plastic thingy, and what you do, you just put the, for example, Vista on this thing. There are holes in the correct places to get the mounting screws all over. You put the antenna in the correct place, you're almost wonderfully, almost everything is there. A wax nail can be installed in exactly the same place. If you want to use the air unit, O3 air unit, there's this additional element that tilts the whole air unit, O3 air unit, that it kind of like, you get like 2 millimeters to put this thing inside of the nose. Unfortunately, this thing in no configuration is able to fit the full-size air unit. This thing just doesn't fit, but fits the O3 without absolutely no problem. So you just connect this to this, slide this, install, and everything should be wonderfully operational without too much of the effort.
On this, without too much of the effort, we will see. Somehow I don't believe that this will be actually without too much of the effort, but we can start working on this thing for sure. Let's begin with removal of the old wires from the... Okay, let's start with the removal of the old wires. Let's solder in the new wires, and then let's put everything in place. Be able to go home. Oh, by the way, if you haven't, I kind of spent previous week watching a lot of movies, and by a lot of movies, I mean like 5. I watched 5 movies last week. Which considering my average from the last few years, which was, I don't know, 1 movie every month, this is a huge step forward. And I have some recommendations. If you have not seen the Top Gun Maverick, watch Top Gun Maverick. It's fucking amazing. I love that movie. Just wonderful. Top Gun Maverick, one of the best movies I saw in a very, 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 very long time. Absolutely must watch. It's like 80s. Again, like everything is super, no woke politics, no stupid things. Men are men, women are women. Fantastic movie. Yeah, some stupid things in terms of flying and how actually flying looks like. But yeah, absolutely must watch. Top Gun Maverick, absolutely must watch. If you haven't seen the Top Gun Maverick, rent it, whatever you can, watch it. Super fantastic movie. Fantastic. Plus, I also watched Sisu, which, if you don't know what Sisu is, and then yeah, it's a Finnish film about a guy that refuses to die. You might call it John Wick kind of the guy, because he is like Finnish John Wick. I was kind of disappointed because from the example from the Critical Drinker, he had such a great review of this movie. I was kind of like, okay, not great, not terrible, but I was definitely not offended by the movie. And I watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Fuck yeah! One more time, fuck yeah! Great. If you have not seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, watch it. You will love it. Because one more time, men are men, men do manly stuff, no woke politics. And super villain, that's not the super villain. The villain in the movie is fantastic. Fantastic. Just I loved it. I loved it. I want to see it again. Okay. So this is how the Vista setup in the Penguin looks like. You do it like this. Then you do it like this, but you kind of need long screws for that, so that the camera is in place. You can even like move it slightly up and down. Then we will have to get this cable. Maybe we can even disconnect this thing. That's also a good idea, to be honest. We don't want to make any other shortcuts today, don't we? Because we already did some shortcuts today. Short circuits, and that resulted in extra work. So yeah. So let's do the soldering on the wires. S boost ground TX RX ground voltage. So here comes the voltage.
Okay. Here comes ground. Ground. Now we have two yellow cables in this cable, and now we have no idea which yellow is the S bus and which yellow is the X. Yeah, but which one is RX? The X. So first we're gonna pull the yellow that is the X. So this yellow is the TX. So we're gonna connect this thing to RX. Great. Then the white is the RX, so it goes to TX. Then we're gonna have another ground, because why not? And then we're gonna have soldering is done. I hope so, because I don't want to solder this thing again. Anything in this mode. I honestly don't want to solder anything in this model ever again. The last thing we have to do is we have to install the Vista in place. Secure everything. And we are done. No way. Yeah, way. It was supposed to be a nice and easy job. We go in, we go out, no problems. We went in, and then the problems only started. Okay. I think two of the screws will be enough. Anybody seen the screwdriver? Here's the screwdriver, so let's move the screws in. It will be fine. So far, I do have to say that I like the Penguin. Bear in mind, we don't know, well, some people know, I don't know yet how it flies. We had some problems definitely with making this thing work, but it was kind of my fault that I smoked the first flight controller. So my advice, do not buy the version with the flight controller. Use something different. But or at least do not depin the flight controller, because if you depin the flight controller, you might just destroy it. But if you if you want. I honestly have to say that I like quite a lot of the ideas that went into this thing. I think it's a smart build. Somebody really was thinking before just doing, and in general, some of the ideas in the model itself are genuinely good. So that's something. And the nose cone is really I have the Vista on this small thing. I just move it inside, it just snaps in place, and then I move the cables through the nose. This thing goes over here. Wonderful. We still there is no magnetic connection locking the nose in place, and nose, there is a pretty good chance that the nose actually will get destroyed if anything happens. But that's a completely different story. You then have screws. You have to screw in to secure the nose in place, and if you will not do the nose dive, it will be fine. No, I don't want to lose you. Okay. And the nose has a lot of holes in it, so Vista should not overheat, which is also a good thing that they thought about that, because we all know that Vistas like to overheat, and this is usually a bad thing. So that's that. Ta-da! Almost done. Almost done. Okay. Place this thing. Place. Crap, we are not really interested in. Let's put the wires through the whole build. I will have to secure it somehow, but not at the moment. Let's plug this thing in. Lovely. Yeah, I think we can safely twist it. Oopsie daisy. I think we can twist the cable, and then I'm going to attach this with the tape to the sides of the fuselage. And should be golden. So let's power up. And LED on Vista is on. I have the goggles over here. Let me power the goggles. Let's also connect the configurator, because I want to set up the OSD. Vista is connected to serial port 5. Because it's serial port 5, then it will be MSP display port, like this. It's beeping. Okay, OSD enabled. OSD, and we do still have to select over here the not HD0, but BF43 compat, because I still have very old version on the goggles. And yes, it's fantastic.
It's outstanding. There's a link. Cool. Cool, there's a link. Everything seems to be just fine. Okay. Yeah. Huge success. We can safely say that this was a huge success. Of course, you cannot see anything in the goggles, but that's the thing with the DJI goggles. You cannot see anything with the DJI goggles if you're not like having your face smushed into the DJI goggles. We can disconnect this thing. We can just turn this off. I will leave this thing on for a while because I still want to, and of course we can put the canopy, that is the rear canopy, like this, and the front canopy. By the way, there are two canopies. One, this is just the full canopy, and the second is the canopy that allows you to install a gimbal on it. I also got the gimbal. It's downstairs. I will not show you the gimbal now, but there will be probably a separate material on the gimbal because it looks like a pretty nice ready-made, basically, gimbal that you can use on your airplanes, and not only. Well, Macy, well, they don't. I have no idea what is really in each version of that. I never asked, and they never told me. So I don't know. I think I have a dolphin ready return to home, but I don't remember which camera was there. So I don't think I can answer your question on that. Those are the servos. This is like return to home version. This is the 9G digital S09M. That's how the servo is called. So absolutely standard servo, we have to assume. This thing goes here, this thing goes there, and we have a wonderful airplane. Okay, that's I see that still 17 of you are at the end of the strange stream. Cool cat. You were here on the beginning, you were here at the end. Man, you're my hero. By the way, interesting fact, most probably on Tuesday I'm meeting with one of my fans. He's not, I don't, Slash, you here? Slash, you here? Say hi if you are here, Slash. He had a vacation, he was on the vacation in Poland, and now he's going back to where he lives, and decided with wife and kids, oh, let's take a detour and let's visit Pavel. Maiden probably this weekend. No idea yet when. Saturday, tomorrow. It's supposed to rain, so rather I will not be doing the Maiden during the rain. On Sunday it's supposed to be sunny, so probably Sunday that is. Or maybe the model will wait until /7 will be to like hold the camera when I try to put this thing into the air. We will see. We'll see. But so far so good. Everything actually looks pretty nice. If not the fact that I kind of destroyed the flight controller. But okay, but at least it has a different one. And we actually managed to do everything in almost 3 hours. Cool Cat Painless 360 already has the material on the Penguin, so we can quickly take a look at what Painless says about the Penguin. Where's the keyboard? Fucking keyboard, I have to clean over here. Painless 360. Painless 360 already has a video, I know, because I watched it. Yeah, see?
So that's not great. AtomRC, if you controller as far forward as it will fit, that will give more room behind it for other stuff if pilots want to add.
Okay, Lee also has some things over here, some things over there. It flies.
It's
By
not
the
a
way,
speed demon. If you want a speed demon,
he's
there's probably other
using
about.
walk snail, by the way. Let's wait for the DVR footage. Not maybe like on the rails, but let's be honest, for a small foamy, is actually pretty stable. So, okay, where is it? Where is it? Okay, you can watch the whole video of Painless. I think it should be fine. Okay, I have to walk the dog. I think I will lie down. It was a busy day. It was a long day. I smoked the flight controller. Okay, see you tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a regular live stream with me talking about different stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Like always, you're the heroes. I just babble about crap. So happy flying.